Hi girls, welcome to my channel. So I wanted to talk to you about my favorite drugstore foundations because I got a couple of messages on my Instagram on what foundations to use and what foundations do I use, which are the best drugstore foundations. So I wanted to reply back to all of those, but it was very difficult for me to reply back on Instagram and explain how a foundation personally performs. So I have a couple of drugstore foundations which are my go-to foundations. I personally love them and they are my ride or die. So without further, let's get into the video. And for those of you who do not know me, my name is MONAH KHURANA and I'm a makeup artist, and welcome to my channel. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel down below and hit the bell icon so that you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. And let's get into the video. So the first foundation that I want to talk about is the L'Oreal True Match, and it's a super blendable foundation. It looks like this, and I am in the shade Golden Beige. So this foundation is a medium coverage foundation, and I would personally recommend this foundation for all of those girls who are on the drier skin side. It is a beautiful foundation for your everyday wear, but I would definitely not be recommending this to the girls who have oily skin, because this will make your skin look oily. It is a dewy foundation. So I personally use it only on days when I feel extremely dry. Otherwise I try staying away from it, because on me, I am a personally extremely oily skin person, but there are times when I feel extremely dry. So this is my go-to foundation when I'm extremely dry. I mean, I really like this. So for those of you wanting to know my max shade, I am the shade NC35 in Studio Fix. So if that would help you to compare the shades, and my shade is Golden Beige. The second foundation that I want to talk about is again a dewy foundation, and it is the LA Girl Pro Coverage Foundation. So this one is a long wear illuminating foundation. So again, it is a dewy foundation. It will make your skin look very dewy and very natural, fresh. But all of those oily skin girls out there, please stay away from this. It will make your skin look really oily. So this is also my ride or die foundation whenever I am extremely dry. I wore this foundation in Hong Kong while I was there, and my skin was particularly very dry because of the traveling and probably the dehydration, because I wasn't getting enough water. And I wore this and it pictured beautifully. It made my skin look so fresh, so pretty. And I got a lot of messages from a lot of you asking me which foundation am I wearing in those pictures. So this was the one which I was wearing. And the next foundation that I want to talk about is the L'Oreal Fit Me, and it looks like this. And I'm in the shade 310 Sun Beige. So I'm in the shade Sun Beige. And personally, this foundation has been my holy grail for the past 4 years. I truly love this foundation, and this foundation is so affordable. This is my third bottle of this foundation. So the earlier color that I was using was 220. This is the first time that I bought 310, because I personally thought that 220, though it's a beautiful foundation, the coverage is stunning, it looks amazing, it pictures amazing, the photography is bomb with this foundation. But I personally thought that it made my skin look a tiny bit gray. So I wanted to go in with a shade which is a little darker, because I can always conceal and highlight and make my skin look my same color. So I got the shade 310. But for the same brand in a different foundation, I got the shade 220, and that is working perfect for me. So maybe it was with my skin that 220 did not work, but truly it is a beautiful foundation, and it will make your skin look so fresh, so good. And for all of those oily skin girls out there, this is your ride or die. And for all of those dry skin girls out there, if you're using an amazing moisturizer, you're prepping your skin well, you can use this. It will look stunning on your skin. The next foundation that I want to talk about is again by Maybelline, and it is the Maybelline Super Stay Full Coverage 24-Hour Wear Foundation, and it looks like this. And I am in the shade 220 Natural Beige. So this foundation I just started using about a month back, and I truly believe it's amazing. It is a beautiful foundation, and in fact I was wearing this in a couple of my pictures lately on Snapchat. I posted those pictures and I got so many messages on, you know, what base am I wearing. So I was truly overwhelmed because I initially did not imagine this to be such pretty you know, foundation. It looks so pretty in pictures, but it pictured beautifully. So this is a matte foundation, and not exactly, it's a demi matte foundation I would say, and it would stay put for say 8 to 10 hours easily. I've never tried it for 24 hours, but I definitely recommend this for 8 to 10 hours. For oily skin girls and for my dry skin girls, you both can try this. It's beautiful. It makes your skin look amazingly pretty. And the next foundation that I want to talk about is by L'Oreal. It is a L'Oreal Infallible up to 24-hour wear, and it is a demi matte finish foundation. It looks like this. So this foundation, I'm in the shade Sun Beige, that is 106. Girls, this foundation has been my ride or die for the past 2 years. No, not 2, 1 year. And I totally love this foundation. I have 2 shades in this actually. I have 108 and 106. So at times when I'm on a little lighter you know, side, when I'm not tanned, I prefer to use the 106. At times when I'm tanned, I use the 108, and otherwise when I'm on the medium kind of skin, I mix both of them and use it. And I personally think that this is a beautiful foundation. At times, you know, this is extremely matte. It's not demi matte. I personally find this to be extremely, so I don't have to set it with a powder. I don't like setting it with a powder. But when I want a little dewiness in it, I add this or I add this. These two are dewy foundations, so I mix foundations. I love doing that. I personally think that since this doesn't have a full coverage and it is dewy, and this has a full coverage and it's matte, so I'll mix both of those and I'll get a full coverage with a dewy finish. So the logic works like that. But this is a beautiful foundation. It photographs beautifully. It looks amazing on skin, and it's up to 12 hours wear, matte. It says that, you know, up to 12 hours it will stay matte, then it will be demi matte, and up to 24 hours it will be luminous. So I've never worn it for 24 hours. I've worn it at the max for about 8 to 10 hours, but it has looked beautiful. It's made my skin look so pretty, and definitely check. And the next foundation that I want to talk about is the Milani Conceal and Perfect foundation plus concealer. Guys, this is a full coverage foundation, and in fact when I use this foundation, I don't even need a concealer with this. And I am in the shade 04 Medium Beige. It is a beautiful foundation with 100% coverage. Like, the kind of coverage that it has is so stunning that it will cover up anything. Like, I got a tattoo here, and do you see the coverage? Like, it has covered up my tattoo. So yeah, so it has covered up my tattoo. This has an amazing coverage. It is pretty thick in texture. Like, it's not that kind of a liquidy texture, if you understand what I'm trying to say. It is extremely thick, and it's buildable, so you can build it up gradually. Like, I usually use one layer, but there are people who need a little more coverage. Like, some of my clients are there, and I use this on my clients as well. And this is a beautiful foundation. It will stay put, and I think the longevity of this foundation 12 hours, which is a good, and a minimum of 8 hours. It will not cake your face. It will not make your face look oily, or you get what I'm trying to say. So this is a beautiful foundation. It is so full coverage. It is so stunning. It looks beautiful. Milani is doing an amazing job with their foundations, with their products. I truly love the Milani highlighters as well. And the only product that I don't like in Milani is their blushers. Those rose ones, I got all of those and I did not like it. Absolutely rubbish. They're so powdery, they're so chalky, they make my skin look horrible. Definitely. But the highlighters by Milani are beautiful. They look so stunning, and this foundation. It's amazing. It is a definite must try. So it is a medium to full coverage, lightweight, oil-free formula, and it photographs beautifully. So guys, that was all for today's video, and I hope this helps you in choosing your right foundation. The only two dewy foundations out there is this one and this one. And for those of you who have extremely oily skin, I would definitely recommend either this one or the Milani, or this one, the Maybelline 24-hour stay. And for my average skin girls who are normal to oily, I would recommend this one. So that was all for today's video. So with that, it's a wrap, and I will see you girls in my next video, which will be very soon. Do comment in the comment section below on what kind of videos you want me to do, what kind of content you want me to create. Like one video I would be doing, which somebody messaged me that they want to see the contouring and highlighting, how it is to be done. So that would be my next video, in fact. And do message me and let me know what kind of content you girls want to know, and in case you want me to repeat this makeup tutorial which I have on myself right now, do Instagram me, message me there, comment in the comment section below, and I would for sure be doing it. And till then, stay healthy, stay fit, and I love you girls.